Hello everyone, this is Mundan Bhagavan and this video we are going to see how do we organize data and what is raw data and why do we need this organization. In previous videos we have literally covered the basics of statistics and statistical questions and what are the types of data collection methods such as like a surveys, interviews and different ways. Imagine now you have the data. The data that you have is raw in nature, which means it is unorganized and unstructured. Simply by seeing the data, you cannot find any trends or patterns from that. Basically, it is unorganized. From the unorganized data, we need to make the meaningful insights, right? So for that, we are going to do the organizing. Once you have the organized data, you can clearly find the patterns, you can compare, even you can make the analysis and make the decisions. So for this purpose, we will make the organizing the data. And what do we do? Basically, you will keep this data in tables. In tables, very simple, it will be having rows and columns and it will be having the fields as well. Basically, if you have the student marks, then you will create the table with the two columns, student and marks, and you will enter the student IDs or student names followed by the marks. So by seeing this, you will have the structured data. Now from this data, we can start doing the insights or decisions. For example, even we can make the aggregations, even we can make some kind of average, mean, and lot of statistical questions we can answer only if we convert our data into the table. Even sometimes you can go for the frequency distributions. For example, in some scenarios, you don't need to add each and every age group or every record. You can group that into the classes and you can tell how many times that occurrence has happened. For example, let's take you have created the marks range rather than mark. Then you are going to see from 60 to 69 how many students has scored. If you have three students, imagine one student has 61, another student has 62, another student has 68. But all these three students have scored the mark in between 60 and 69. So the frequency of that 60 and 69 would be 3. The same way for 70 to 79 is 2. Basically, only two students have scored the marks between 70 and 79. It could be 72, it could be 78, even it could be 79. Now, instead of scoring individual marks, we are scoring the data as the frequency, the number of time it appears within the range. What are the steps we will do? Actually, you have already found it. Divide the data groups into the ranges or groups. It need not to be the ranges, sometimes it could be the groups. You can create the categories not only in the numerical level as a ranges, even you can create the classes. For example, let's imagine you are seeing how many people are buying the t-shirts. Then the range could be medium, small, large, extra large, so that you can see how many people will buy medium, how many people will buy extra large, so that you will be having the frequencies, how many times they bought. Then you will just count it. Obviously, we already have seen you will count how many values fall into this each category. Now imagine either you have the data in table or frequency distribution. Then what you will do? Basically, you will get the insights from them. Now, before going to the insights, let's understand what are the takeaways we have taken here. Tables and frequency distributions are the tools to make the raw data easier to understand. Yes, we can either make table or frequency distribution. Frequency distributions group similar data points together and count them either by classes or by range. Yes, that also we have seen. Now we have the organized data. But one challenge here is, unlike the table what we have seen, the real-time data could be billions of rows, lakhs of rows. You cannot see or get the insight by seeing all this row in one stretch. So that's where the graphs will come into picture. Rather than seeing all the table or all the frequency distribution as the table format, you can see as the graphs. For example, it could be histograms, bar chart, pie chart, line graph. But how do we make this? On what scenario which will be preferred? So this will be the next video. From this video, we have only seen what is the raw data, how do we make the tables and frequency distributions. And this is all about this video, and always be a rainbow in others' cloud.